The legendary V Corsair, nicknamed the Whistling Death by its enemies, is an icon of American air power. With its powerful 2,000 horsepower engine, distinctive inverted gull wings, and blazing speed of over 400 miles per hour, the Corsair was designed to dominate the skies. Introduced in World War II, it became a critical fighter in the Pacific theater, engaging in dogfights and providing support to ground forces. This beast of a plane was a carrier-based fighter but evolved into a fierce ground attack aircraft. Its legacy: over 2,000 enemy planes shot down, a symbol of freedom, strength, and indomitable American spirit. The V Corsair earned the ominous nickname Whistling Death, and behind that name is a tale of power, innovation, and fear from both enemies and allies alike. To understand how this fighter plane became so feared, we must dive into its history and its role in the Pacific theater of World War II. The V Corsair earned the ominous nickname Whistling Death, and behind that name is a tale of power, innovation, and fear from both enemies and allies alike. To understand how this fighter plane became so feared, we must dive into its history and its role in the Pacific theater of World War II. The Corsair was born out of necessity. In the late 1930s, the U.S. Navy needed a new fighter that could outperform everything else in the sky. This plane would be able to defend aircraft carriers, engage enemy fighters in dogfights, and support troops on the ground. Vought's team, led by Rex Beisel, responded to this challenge by creating the V Corsair. What made the Corsair stand out immediately was its massive 18-cylinder Pratt and Whitney R280 double WASP radial engine. This engine produced over 2,000 horsepower, making the Corsair one of the fastest planes of its era. It was designed to hit speeds over 400 miles per hour and had an impressive rate of climb, allowing it to strike from above and engage in swift, deadly combat. But speed alone wasn't enough. The Corsair needed a design that could support such a powerful engine and give it an advantage in battle. This is where its iconic inverted gull wings came into play. The unique wing design was not just for aesthetics, it served a critical purpose. The landing gear needed to be short and sturdy for carrier landings, but the large propeller required clearance from the ground. The inverted gull wings allowed for both, giving the plane its distinct appearance and remarkable functionality. The Corsair was first deployed in 1943 and quickly proved itself a formidable force in the Pacific. Its speed, power, and maneuverability were unmatched, giving it a significant edge over Japanese fighters, especially the A6M0. The Corsair's pilots, who had nicknamed the aircraft Hog for its long nose, began scoring significant victories. But while American pilots were impressed with the Corsair's performance, its enemies felt something entirely different: fear. The Corsair's powerful engine and aerodynamics produced a distinctive sound as it swooped into battle. As it approached high speeds, airflow would whistle around the plane's unique wing design, creating a shrill, eerie sound that could be heard by enemy forces long before they saw the aircraft. This high-pitched whistle struck fear into the hearts of Japanese soldiers and pilots alike. When they heard that terrifying sound, they knew what was coming: death from above. The Corsair's ability to dive swiftly, unleash a barrage of machine gun fire, and pull out of steep dives made it one of the deadliest planes of World War II. Its speed and agility meant that it could evade enemy fire while delivering precise strikes. The nickname Whistling Death wasn't an American invention. It came from Japanese forces who had encountered the Corsair in battle. Japanese soldiers on the ground and pilots in the air both reported hearing the terrifying whistling noise before the Corsairs came into view. The sound was like a harbinger of doom, signaling that their positions were about to be strafed or bombed by one of the most powerful aircraft in the U.S. arsenal. By the end of World War II, the Corsair had cemented its place in history as one of the most iconic and feared aircraft ever built. It was credited with over 2,000 enemy aircraft kills, and its versatility allowed it to transition from a fighter to a ground attack aircraft. Its armor-piercing rounds and bombs proved highly effective in close air support missions, helping to soften enemy defenses before troops advanced. After World War II, the Corsair continued to serve in the Korean War, proving once again that it was a reliable and lethal aircraft. Even after being replaced by faster jet fighters, the Corsair remained a symbol of American ingenuity and determination. After World War II, the Corsair continued to serve in the Korean War, proving once again that it was a reliable and lethal aircraft. Even after being replaced by faster jet fighters, the Corsair remained a symbol of American ingenuity and determination. The Corsair's legacy lives on as a symbol of the courage and innovation of those who designed, built, and flew it. Today, it remains one of the most recognizable aircraft from World War II, and its story continues to inspire aviation enthusiasts and historians alike. The Whistling Death was not just a nickname. It was a mark of the fear and respect that the Corsair commanded across the skies. The primary adversary of the V Corsair during World War II was the Japanese Mitsubishi A6M0. The Zero was a highly maneuverable and lightweight fighter that initially dominated the skies in the early years of the Pacific Theater due to its exceptional agility and range. However, as more advanced American aircraft like the Corsair entered service, the tide began to turn. If you enjoyed this story and want to dive deeper into the world of aviation history, give us a like and hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching.